Matt, talk about leaving it late, an action-packed game, but you must be delighted with that win.
Well, until we went behind, I actually felt we were playing pretty well. We moved the ball pretty well tonight. We had a bit of a better attacking intent about us. Should have been ahead at half-time. That's a poor moment in terms of the lead up to the penalty. Was poor from ourselves because I felt we were dominant and getting the ball in the right area of the pitch. And then to concede that second goal early on in the second half, we're back to what we've been recently, which is having to chase a game. And obviously the sending off helped us in relation to that because it kept us level in terms of what we needed to do, and we just put as many big bodies at the top end of the pitch as we possibly could, and we had moments of quality in terms of delivery which built and built and built, mainly from Pearce, which built and built and built, and then all of a sudden we were there.
Let's talk about the first goal then. It's typical really, so long without a goal and it comes as an own goal, but a brilliant delivery.
Yeah, but like I said, we looked more threatening with Robbie and Rands both on the pitch, and Benno in terms of a bit legs. I picked the team simply because of legs and energy top of the pitch and to freshen it up, and we're not scoring, it's not scored in three and we score an own goal, so it's typical in relation to that, but we looked more in control of our attacking play and not as desperate, and like I say, the ball was on the floor a lot more tonight, and that probably helped in terms of the opposition because they were chasing the game as well. It was probably quite a good game to watch for the neutral, not for the managers and the staff behind me, but quite a good game to watch in terms of neutral. Like I say, the team's still got to learn about those, I just describe them as moments, and people get sick of me talking about them, but we could have got that ball away from the touchline on the far side in the build up to the first goal, and we could have done a lot better down in this corner in the build up to the second goal, and those are such big moments because it stops it at source getting to where it ended up, and we didn't need to be behind in that game, but the character was there, and some really good finishes.
See, the red card changed the momentum of the game. Did you think that was the right decision? It looked like.
Look, we've been penalised a few times this season for reckless challenges, and that was reckless and mistimed. So that, by the book, is a sending off, I'm afraid, and it hurts the opposition and it's hurt us at times this season. But you've got to react and you've got to somehow cope with it. But like I say, it seemed to settle us down, and we had a clear plan in terms of getting the ball in certain areas of the pitch. And with 10 men, it's harder to defend. We've tried to break down 11 men so often this season. There was a bit of extra space so we could get the ball in delivery positions, and we added a bit of quality on top of that delivery.
An inspired substitution, bringing on Alex Fisher as well, another late goal from him.
No, it's not inspired, it was just the sensible option. Like I say, the space was always going to be on the outside as soon as they went down to 10 men, and we were always going to go to a back three in relation to that, so we just felt that we had Jack Sparks left side centre half at the end. It was a delivery option, and Pearce the other side, and they're two players who can deliver better balls than what they've probably showed in recent weeks and what the team have showed in recent weeks. So like I say, Pearce really stood up in terms of those moments of actual execution tonight.
And that ball in for the third goal as well, outstanding.
Yeah, like I say, we've not got that personnel there often enough, and like I say, we've been a bit flustered when we had, and like I say, it helps when you're playing against 10 men because it was just, we pinned their full-backs or wing-backs all the way back, and that space basically 10 yards away from our wide players was on, and that ball is, I've seen Pearce hit that ball time and time again, but I'm still judging him on his defensive aspects, which could have improved tonight. I thought their front boys were a handful, but that was a big moment for him.
And I imagine you enjoyed every single one of those 6 minutes added.
Well, as the half was going on, we were counting them. I was thinking it was going to be double figures because they took 3.5 minutes to celebrate the goal. And that's one thing I need to keep reiterating to the players. I don't want my keeper diving on the floor. I don't want Randall Williams taking the ball in the corner because they don't need to. We don't need to do that. We don't need to slow the game down. Teams have to be good enough to see the game out at their own tempo, and maybe they got a bit of punishment in terms of how long they took whilst they were ahead.
And the real test then, two games left and 2 points outside the playoffs. It's all to play for.
2 points? Okay, yeah, it is what it is. We go to Bolton. Okay, we go to Bolton, best stadium, best pitch in the league, and like I just said to him, I don't need to say anything from now until Saturday at 3 o'clock. I imagine Bolton are going to be trying to get promoted on Saturday, and we're trying to get to where we want to get to, but tonight has given us another chance.
And finally then, just a word on Grimsby, never nice to see us drop out.
The manager's a good bloke, they've got some good people, their centre forward, I played with him, they've got some seriously good people, so I wanted us to be respectful, more respectful than we actually were at the end of that game. We've got to understand how difficult this league is. People criticise me, they criticise this team, and we're doing it with a certain type of personnel within that. They've had a huge number of professional footballers at Grimsby this season, and they've still got relegated. It shows how brutal it is, and I hope they're staying in the National League as a short one because, like I say, they've got a good manager at the helm and some good people.